Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rediving deep into a book that completely changed my perspective on money. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and no, it's not about getting rich quick or cutting coupons for the rest of your life. This is about building a rich life, whatever that means to you, by mastering your money psychology and automating your finances. So, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear budgeting? For most of us, it's probably restriction, spreadsheets, and saying no to everything fun. Ramit argues that this is exactly why most budgets fail. He calls it the no latte myth. The idea that skipping your daily $5 coffee will somehow make you a millionaire is frankly ridiculous. Think about it. That's about $150 a month. Is that life-changing money? Not really. But what it does do is create a feeling of deprivation. It makes you focus on tiny, insignificant details, and you end up resenting the whole process. Instead of agonizing over small expenses, Ramit wants us to focus on the big wins. These are the 5 to 10 major financial decisions that will actually move the needle. We're talking about things like negotiating your salary, finding a higher-paying job, optimizing your credit cards to earn rewards, and automating your investments. Getting a $10,000 raise has a much bigger impact than a lifetime of skipped lattes. It's about putting your energy where it counts. This brings us to the core of his philosophy, financial psychology. Why do we make the money decisions we do? A lot of it comes down to what Ramit calls invisible scripts. These are the beliefs about money we learned growing up, often without even realizing it. Things like money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy, or even I'm just not good with money. These scripts can hold us back and lead to self-sabotaging behavior. The first step to changing your financial future is to identify these scripts. Ask yourself, what did my parents teach me about money? What do I truly believe about wealth? Once you bring these beliefs into the light, you can consciously decide if they still serve you. You can rewrite your own script. For example, instead of I'm bad with money, you can start telling yourself, I am learning to be great with money. It sounds simple, but this shift in mindset is incredibly powerful. So, how do we put this into practice? This is where the magic happens. Automation. The goal is to build a system where your money automatically goes where it needs to go, without you having to think about it every day. This removes emotion and willpower from the equation. We all know that feeling of getting paid and then, a week later, wondering where it all went. Automation fixes that. Here's the basic flow Ramit recommends, which he calls the conscious spending plan. First, your paycheck hits your checking account. From there, you set up automatic transfers. The very first transfer should go to your investments. Pay yourself first, always. This is non-negotiable. Whether it's a 401k, a Roth IRA, or a brokerage account, you automate a certain percentage of your income to be invested for the long term. This is how you build real wealth. Next, you automate transfers to your savings accounts. You should have different savings buckets for different goals. Maybe one for a down payment on a house, one for a vacation, and one for your emergency fund. By giving each dollar a job and sending it there automatically, you're making progress on your goals without even trying. After investments and savings are taken care of, you automate payments for your fixed costs. This includes your rent or mortgage, utilities, car payments, and any subscription services. These are the bills you have to pay every month, so get them out of the way automatically now. Here's the best part. Whatever is left in your checking account after all that automation is your guilt-free spending money. This is the money you can spend on anything you want, without an ounce of guilt. Want to buy that daily latte? Go for it. Want to go out for a nice dinner? Enjoy it. You can spend this money freely because you know that all your important financial goals are already being taken care of. Your investments are growing, your savings are building, and your bills are paid. This system transforms money from a source of stress into a tool for joy. Let's talk a little more about those big wins. Negotiating your salary is a huge one. Ramit provides scripts and tactics for this in his book. Even a 5% raise can compound into hundreds of thousands of dollars over your career. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. Another big win is optimizing your credit. Good credit gives you access to lower interest rates on loans and mortgages, which can save you tens of thousands of dollars. It also unlocks amazing credit card rewards for travel and cashback. Use credit strategically as a tool, pay it off in full every month, and reap the benefits. And of course, the biggest win of all is starting to invest early. Thanks to the power of compound interest, the money you invest in your 20s is far more powerful than the money you invest in your 40s. Don't be intimidated by the stock market. You don't need to be a stock-picking genius. Simple low-cost index funds are a fantastic way to get started. The key is to be consistent. Automate your contributions and let time do the heavy lifting. What I love most about I Will Teach You to Be Rich is its empowering and positive message. It's not about restriction. It's about designing your rich life. Your rich life might be traveling the world. It might be working part-time on a passion project. It might be having the freedom to spend more time with your family. Whatever it is, you can achieve it by shifting your psychology, focusing on the big wins, and building a system to automate your success. So, my challenge to you today is to pick one thing, just one. Maybe it's identifying one of your invisible money scripts. Maybe it's opening a high-yield savings account. Or maybe it's setting up your very first automatic transfer to an investment account. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to massive results. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to get started. Take control of your money and start building your rich life today. Today we're diving into something super practical, something that can genuinely change your financial future. We're talking about creating a solid action plan for your spending and investing. It sounds complicated, but I promise, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear step-by-step guide to take control of your money. So grab a notebook or open up a new doc on your computer, because we're about to build your personal financial blueprint. First things first, let's talk about spending. The word budget can feel a bit restrictive, right? Like you have to give up everything you enjoy. But I want you to reframe that. A spending plan isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It's about telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. The most effective way to start is by simply tracking your spending. For 1 month, just one, write down every single dollar you spend. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a simple notebook. Don't judge it, don't change your habits just yet. The goal here is to get a crystal clear picture of your current financial reality. You might be surprised by what you find. That daily coffee, those subscription services you forgot you had, it all adds up. This isn't about making you feel guilty, it's about gathering data. You want to create a map to your destination if you do want to know where you're restarting from. Once you have that month's worth of data, it's time to categorize. Group your expenses into buckets like housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and debt payments. Now, look at those categories. Are they aligned with your values? If you value travel and experiences, but see a huge chunk of your money going towards random online shopping, that's a disconnect. This is where you get to be the CEO of your own finances. You decide what's important. A popular and really effective framework is the 50-30-20th rule. It's a great starting point. The idea is to allocate 50% of your after-tax income to needs, things like rent, utilities, groceries, and essential transportation. Then, 30% goes to wants. This is the fun stuff, like dining out, hobbies, streaming services, and vacations. The final 20% is the most crucial for your future. It goes towards savings and investing. Remember, the 50-30-20th rule is a guideline, not a strict law. If you live in a high cost of living area, your needs might be closer to 60%. If you're aggressively paying down debt, maybe your savings portion is higher. The key is to create a plan that works for you, one that you can actually stick to. Look at your wants category. Are there any easy wins? Can you cancel a subscription you don't use? Can you cook at home one more night a week? Small changes can free up a surprising amount of cash. And here's a pro tip: automate it. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account on payday. That way you pay yourself first and you're not tempted to spend that money. You're building your savings on autopilot. Okay, so you've got your spending plan sorted. You're tracking, you're categorizing, and you're automating your savings. High five. Now, let's move on to the second part of our action plan, and this is where the real magic happens: investing. Saving money is fantastic, but because of inflation, the cash sitting in your savings account is actually losing value over time. Investing is how you make your money work for you. It's how you build real long-term wealth. I know, the word investing can be intimidating. It brings up images of Wall Street chaos and complicated charts. But here's the secret. For most of us, it can be incredibly simple. Before you invest a single dollar, you need an emergency fund. This is non-negotiable. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living expenses, kept in a high-yield savings account. This is not investment money. This is your financial safety net. If your car breaks down or you have an unexpected medical bill, you dip into this fund instead of going into debt or selling your investments at a bad time. Seriously, build this first. It's the foundation of your entire financial house. Once that's in place, you're ready to start investing. So, where do you start? One of the best ways for beginners to get started is with low-cost index funds or ETFs. Don't worry about the jargon. An index fund is basically a basket that holds tiny pieces of many different companies, like the S&P 500, which tracks the 500 largest US companies. By buying one share of an S&P 500 index fund, you instantly become a part owner of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and hundreds of other successful businesses. This automatically diversifies your investment, which means you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. It's a simple, proven strategy that has outperformed most professional money managers over the long term. You can open an investment account, often called a brokerage account or an IRA, with companies like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab, often with no minimum to start. Now, let's talk about the most powerful force in investing: compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Here's how it works. You invest your money. It earns a return. The next year you earn a return not just on your original money but also on the returns from the year before. Your money starts to make money, and then that money makes more money. It creates a snowball effect that grows exponentially over time. This is why it's so important to start investing as early as possible, even if it's just a small amount. A 25-year-old who invests just $100 a month could have hundreds of thousands of dollars by retirement. far more than someone who starts at 45 and invests a much larger amount. Time is your greatest asset. The strategy that ties this all together is called dollar cost averaging. It sounds fancy, but it's simple. It just means investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, say $100 every month, regardless of what the market is doing. When the market is down, your $100 buys more shares. When the market is up, it buys fewer shares. Over time, this averages out your purchase price and reduces the risk of trying to time the market, which is nearly impossible to do consistently. Just set up an automatic investment plan and let it run. Your job isn't to be a stock market wizard. Your job is to be consistent. Don't panic when the market dips. In fact, think of it as a sale. You're buying your favorite assets at a discount. The key to successful long-term investing is to stay the course and not let your emotions drive your decisions. So let's recap your action plan. Step 1. Track your spending to understand where your money is going. Step 2. Create an intentional spending plan using a framework like 50-30-20ths and automate your savings. Step 3. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. Step 4. Open an investment account and start investing consistently in low-cost index funds or ETFs. Use dollar-cost averaging and let compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-for-sure plan, built on discipline, consistency, and time. You have the power to design the financial life you want. It starts today, with this plan. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's more than just about money. It's about designing a life of freedom and purpose. We're going to unpack the journey to financial independence, not as a final destination, but as the end of the beginning. So, let's start with the first, most powerful concept, earning more. Many financial gurus focus relentlessly on saving, on cutting back, on saying no to that daily coffee. And while saving is important, it has a hard limit. You can only cut so much. Earning, on the other hand, has an unlimited ceiling. Shifting your focus from scarcity to abundance, from saving pennies to creating new income streams, is the single most powerful lever you can pull. Think about it. A side hustle, a promotion, a new skill that commands a higher salary. These don't just add a few dollars to your account. They fundamentally change your financial trajectory and accelerate your path to freedom. It's about building a bigger shovel to dig your way out of financial dependency, rather than just using a smaller spoon. This mindset shift is the true first step. Now, once you've built that income-generating engine, you need to maintain it without it consuming your life. This brings us to what I call the 90-minute month. Imagine spending just an hour and a half each month on your finances. That's it. Sounds impossible, right? But it's all about creating an automated, streamlined system. This isn't about day trading or obsessively checking your portfolio. It's about setting up automatic transfers to your investment accounts, using apps that track your spending for you, and having a clear, simple investment strategy that you don't need to constantly tinker with. The goal is to make your financial system so efficient that it runs in the background, freeing up your time and mental energy to focus on what truly matters. Living your life, growing your skills, and spending time with loved ones. Your financial machine should serve you, not the other way around. A simple checklist, a calendar reminder, and powerful automation tools are all you need to stay on track in just 90 minutes a month. Of course, no financial journey is a straight lineup. Markets go up, and they inevitably come down. This is where we need to learn how to survive the storm of market volatility. It's easy to feel like a genius when everything is rising, but true financial resilience is built during the downturns. The key here is to separate your emotions from your strategy. When the news is screaming about a market crash and your portfolio is bleeding red, the primal instinct is to panic and sell. But history has shown us time and time again that this is often the worst possible move. The storm will pass. Having a long-term perspective and a diversified portfolio are your life raft. Remember why you invested in the first place. You're not a day trader. You're a long-term investor building wealth for your future. The best action during a downturn is usually no action at all. Trust your system, stay the course, and maybe even see it as an opportunity to buy great assets at a discount. Weathering these storms is what separates successful investors from the rest. This leads us to perhaps the most profound part of the entire journey, the psychology of enough. We are constantly bombarded with messages to want more, to achieve more, to buy more. It's an endless treadmill. The pursuit of wealth is meaningless if you haven't defined your finish line. What does enough look like for you? Is it a certain net worth? A specific passive income goal that covers your ideal lifestyle? Without this definition, you'll be trapped in a cycle of chasing more, forever. Enough isn't about deprivation. It's about clarity. It's about knowing when you can shift your focus from accumulating wealth to using that wealth to live a rich, meaningful life. It's the point where money becomes a tool for freedom, not a scorecard for success. Take some time to really think about this. What is your enough? Write it down. This number, this vision, will be your North Star, guiding you through the ups and downs and giving your financial efforts a true purpose. And that brings us to the conclusion of this journey, or rather, the beginning of yours. We've talked about the power of earning more, the efficiency of the 90-minute month, the resilience needed to survive market storms, and the deep wisdom in defining enough. This isn't just a collection of financial tips, it's a framework for taking control and designing your life. The knowledge is here, the path is clear, but now, it's your turn to lead. It's your turn to take these concepts and apply them to your own life, to build your own system, and to define your own version of success. The end of financial dependency is the beginning of a life lived on your own terms. Your journey starts now. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a life of freedom and purpose. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.